Well, we're back out here at the Ritchie Brothers auction today, checking out all the old iron and rusty bits. They got some imported machines. We've also got an imported YouTuber, Mr. Lord Muck. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
We're gonna import something. You gonna haul something home? I don't think it's gonna fit in a suitcase.
Something a little bit different. Yeah, I'll get it through customs. They won't.
Just drive it through TSA.
They're all good with that sort of thing. They're going to probably ask me to remove my belt and my shoes.
And your scraper.
But we can get the scraper through.
Well, we're going to look around here and see if we can't find something worth buying. Got a couple small side booms here. These are PL61s. They're based off of a D6K, I do believe. And then they just put a side boom conversion on them. They're flat track. They're wide pad. They're predominantly used for small pipeline jobs. They don't have nearly the picking capacity of some of the high track models. I'd love to find a side boom, but I don't think these are going to go in my price range. These are pretty new models. I'm looking for something from the 60s probably. Look at this ugly dumpling right here. Cat bucket. I believe this is made for like a recycling station or something. It's got like a rubber squeegee kind of thing going on the blade there for bulk material, light stuff. Run flat tires or no air tires, whatever you want to call them, airless. She's definitely been in some nasty conditions. Came all the way from Maryland. It's interesting. It's got the I'm a bad operator guard on the back. Fire suppression. Be a nice size loader, but I don't think it's going to go in our price range. Joystick controls. I've never actually run one of these. Everything I've run's with a steering wheel. So this is one of the pieces I am interested in today. According to the website, it has a little bit of blow-by, so we got to investigate that. It's dinged up, banged up, a little rusty. That'll fit right in with the operation at home. Kill the hornet before we get stung. Let's fire it up. It ain't got no key in it, and I didn't bring my key ring. Dang it. Well, that ends that option. She might be a little worse for the wear anyways. We might be better off to fix up what we got anyways. This, though, is one of the other reasons I'm here. This little 920 Caterpillar is just cute as a button, and I think this would look really good in the fleet. Looking at the pictures online, it appears to be in pretty good shape. Tires are definitely runnable. Doesn't look banged up. Cab got some rust, but not terrible. Cutting edge on the bucket's nice. Let's see if this thing's gonna fire up.
This has your name all over it, doesn't it? This is your era. Your style, your size. This is
right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah. Question is though, Matt, will it start?
Oh, it's gonna start its cat. If I can figure out where neutral is. Should be there. Maybe. Maybe. Is there a battery disconnect somewhere? All right, I found the switch. Let's see if it's gonna crank here. Good. Little 3204 cat. Nice little loader. Definitely going to keep an eye on this one. I'm going to say that it's going to go for, I'm going to say 5. But check out this thing right next to it. What a unit that thing is. It almost looks like a tank undercarriage on this thing. Probably some of the most clapped out sprockets I think I've ever seen. Like there is some slop in there. But a really neat machine. It's a skitter with a little Heister winch mounted on it, a big grapple. I bet you it would dang near go anywhere. I have no idea what something like this is going to sell for, but I'm going to say 15. If I have to put a number on it. What do you think?
8.
8? 8. Are those used?
She's fairly sort of used.
Oh, she's definitely been used.
Yeah, but I was looking at this. I'm not so sure about the running gear, but the track plates themselves, they look either Soviet or German.
Yeah, I could see that. I've seen those on things
surplus,
like that. Mm-hmm.
Maybe Russian surplus or something, but they.
Oh yeah, look at how clapped out the bushing's gone out of this link.
This is an unusual bit of kit. Interesting.
I've never seen another machine like this. Let's see what it's got in it for an engine, maybe. I think we'll need a hammer to get into that panel. We got a tension bolt on it over here. Gravy. Oh, or it just comes right off. That seems fine. Oh, 4BT.
Yeah.
Yep, 15, bud. 15.
Yeah, that's 50. That's gone up now considerably. It's gone up considerably just for that power plant alone.
Yep, somebody will yank it out of there and put it in something else if the rest of the machine's junk. I kind of want to fire it up and try it, or I'll let Muck do it.
I think you got to, haven't you? Go on. Give it a go.
Oh, we know it's going to start. It's coming.
It's going to start unless the dead stolen the back.
Oh, the back of the chair just falls right off. That seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. We got master switchage. There we go.
So it went on there, yeah.
Contact. Told you. Got good oil pressure.
Yeah.
They put Caterpillar gauges in it. So you got your steering over here, it looks like. That's a Carco winch, not a Heister, my mistake. Down here you got your clam controls. Got those back there. You can lower the boom down. This thing is really cool. Oh, it even has a rotating grapple on it. Nice. I might need to get this.
I don't know what. Actually, yeah, you do. Yeah. You don't need to use. Just buy it.
Yeah. Well, watch yourselves. We're gonna see if this thing drives. Oh, it moves. Boy, I can just feel the undercarriage sitting into the sprocket, like it's not sinking down on the way.
You don't need to worry about that. You just need to buy it and find a use for it.
We'll find a use for it.
I bet on steep ground as an animal.
I bet you when this thing was new, it was a beast. Yeah. It was unstoppable, but I don't know about now. But man, you feel pretty bulletproof in here, unless there's bees. Then you're gonna be in trouble. You're stuck in a cage with bees. So 3 machines right in a row here that I'm interested in. I wasn't interested in this until I just moved it 10 feet, and now I want to buy it. It's just really cool. But the last machine in this row, no, take it 5 machines in a row that I'm interested in. But this is another 920 cat, but this one has a quick connect. It's got forks. It's got a bucket that needs a cutting edge, and it's got a jib crane. These things are really nice and handy.
That's got your name all over it with that jib crane.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So I guess we'll fire this one up and see how it runs. Oh, this one's definitely in much better condition than the other one. The cab is very nice on this one. It's got this goofy auxiliary. This must run the quick connect. There's like a 12-volt DC pump deal in here. This must run your quick connect. That's interesting. So the battery switch is back behind the seat. Kick that guy on. Give her a little contact. Doesn't have the juice, I don't think.
Doesn't sound great.
No.
Lights are all on as well.
Oh,
Sometimes you try to pull it down.
Well, they're all off according to the switch.
Yeah,
So.
that one's on according to the light coming out the back.
Oh, maybe there's another switch. Maybe that's it. Let's try her again. Not good. I think we need a little jumpage if we really wanted to see this one run. We're going to have to take their word for it. I mean, just looking at the evidence in the cab here, it's in better condition. That's for sure. Definitely a nicer machine here. Tires are almost all brand new. Like I said, it's got the quick attach, the other attachments with it. I think this one's going to go for about 12. Last thing I think I'm interested in this aisle is Bomag T213. I have a Bomag 213, but mine's a pad foot, and it's also broken. I would like to have a nice sized roller. Contact. Oh, this thing fired right up. This might be a contender. I thought the park brake was on. Turns out the drive control is just really stiff. Ooh, buddy. This thing runs really good. Like phenomenally well. Oh yeah, it hits. Well, it's hard to argue with that.
I think the suspension's gone. That was impressive. I was like 4 or 5 lots up. And you could feel the whole...
I don't doubt it. It was hitting nice, and man, I couldn't beat how quick it started. I believe that's Cummins. It sounds like a Cummins. Yeah, that's a Cummins. Looks like a 6BT in there. I'm in. We'll see what it goes for.
What do you reckon? Go on.
I'm gonna say 20, right around 20.
Around 20, yeah.
That's what I gave for my last one, and it was not nearly this nice, but it was kind of a different time.
Yeah.
The equipment's come back into sight a little bit more, especially the used stuff. For a while there, the used equipment market was just nuts over here. I don't know what it was like over there.
Well, we were the same with you. So you couldn't get the new, so the older second
Exactly.
hand went straight up to new prices.
Yeah.
And now you can get the new. Yeah, it's coming back down again.
I was actually out here looking at skid steers at a few auctions back. I mean, this is 2021 probably. And I called a dealer while I was standing here looking at a used machine and said, you know, what's a new one cost? And they said, well, if we could get you one, it would be, let's say, 80. And they said, but the problem is I can't get you one for like 2 years.
Yeah,
So
that's it, same as we had.
maybe it's in stock now. Maybe I need to call the guy back. He
Yeah,
might have it in
exactly.
stock.
Remember that skid steer we spoke about 3 years ago?
Yeah, so anyway, I need one to replace my broken one, and this one would be perfect. And the thing I like about this machine versus the one I have is a dedicated pad foot. This being a smooth drum, I can put a pad foot kit on it and have the best of both worlds. So we're going to keep a heavy eye on this and the rest of the... I'm just going to buy this whole row.
Keep bidding. Just keep bidding.
That is all you, buddy. 336D. Don't see a lot of these. I don't think they made them for very long, or they weren't very popular, one of the two. Now 336Es and Fs, very popular, but the Ds, not so much. How many hours we got on the clock there? 8,020. Oh, no, wait. Does that say 80,000 hours?
All the hours.
All the hours is right.
All of them.
Does that really say 80,000?
You can see.
80022.3. Yeah, that's 80,000. That can't be right. There's no way. I tell you what, if the hours were accurate, it's not in bad shape, but I can't see that being correct.
What do you reckon?
I'm gonna say,
All the switches are ripped out.
yeah, it won't throttle up. Undercarriage is not terrible. I didn't check the pins. Sprockets, not terrible. Pin's pretty good.
But the operation is so smooth. Not going to knock that at all.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go for like 45, 50.
Okay.
Because the newer 336Es and Fs seem to go for around 70. Actually, they might even gone less at the last auction. That is got my name all over it, but I don't even want it really. It's my speed. How about that? That's your generation, though. This is the stuff you grew up with, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
A lovely example of a Cat 215 B.
Thing is, you could buy this at the right money, spend money on it, and it'll be good for another life again.
Yeah.
You know.
It'll also never be worth more than like 7 grand. You could put 30 grand into this and it'll still be worth 7 grand.
All you need.
So, the old catch-22 there. But man, these were amazing machines for their day. These were the first real good hydraulic excavators that I can think of. Look at the dirt that is packed into the light there. Is that all dirt? That's concrete.
Yeah, but the guy only ran this during the day, so you don't need to worry about that. That's what it is.
Oh, lovely pile of hay up underneath the seat there. No door left. The windshield's missing. The side glass is missing.
Yeah.
9,100 hours according to the clock.
Yeah, this
I'm gonna bet that's not accurate. Oh, there's a master switch, Muck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's...
Oh, we got juice.
We there?
Yeah.
Go on then. Watch it.
I better get up in the cab on this one in case this one takes off.
Round like a fairground ride.
Give her a contact. Oh, that's worth 20 grand all day long.
Every day. This is now finding its new home and owner in Nigeria.
Where's the throttle? No armrest. Woo, she's touchy. Oh, wow. The swing brake is so touchy. Yep, straight to the port. Apparently that's not how we shut that one down. Nope, we gotta manually shut her down.
See, that's the thing, right? The modern one, you rip out all the switches, doesn't rev. This one, you rip out all the switches, doesn't care.
Exactly. That's why I do what I do. I mean, it could be a good machine. It's really not as bad as a lot of them you see. Like the cylinders aren't just puking oil out. I mean, it does sound like it runs amazing. The swing is very, very touchy. Actually, all the controls are very touchy. Like
You're just not used to it.
Yeah, if you sat there and spent some hours on this machine, you could probably do some work with it. I mean,
you're knocking the machine. I think it's a you problem.
No,
Get used to it.
You're not wrong.
There's nothing wrong with this machine, so.
I wouldn't say nothing wrong with this machine. There's some things wrong with the machine. Look, I'm exiting the front of the cab. That's what's wrong with this machine.
That's an extra.
There's a missing nub here.
Yeah, again, not a problem. We can throw one of them in for you. There was a little bit of play,
A little bit?
Call it character, in those pins.
I think she's got a lot of character.
Yeah.
Got the ripper shank package on the bucket. This thing's never been abused.
This is good. And you can still just about get a chain on there if you want to do some lifting. Remember, safety 13th?
Safety 13th, yes. I'm gonna say it's gonna go for 5,500.
I think if you put the video out before the sale, I'm going to say 7 grand. Otherwise, 5,500.
As with sales past, Penske is apparently renewing their entire fleet because there's another 100 trucks here, it looks like. And yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to take that home with you, huh?
Maybe not this time.
I have to watch what these go for because everybody always asks me in the comments and I never pay attention to these things because I just don't have any interest, but maybe I'll try to keep an eye on them.
They could end up with cheap storage for somebody.
Yeah,
You know?
they're all Cummins trucks now too. They're done with the Max Forces apparently. I haven't seen any of those here for a while. And they're all pretty nice, well-maintained trucks, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't hesitate to jump in probably 90% of these and just take off on a long trip. You'd probably be fine. Probably.
Basically, you could buy an engine for a transplant into something else, and then you got storage.
Yeah. Sell the rest of it off for whatever.
Yeah.
Some people were talking about making them into campers. I could see that. So we're back here in my favorite section, which is the, what'd you say they call it over there? Dead and dying?
Dead and dying.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good term for everything back here. This looks like a former cat service truck, judging by the giant cat sticker on the hood that they tried to peel off and then got disgusted with. F450, 6.7 diesel, and a pretty nice looking service body on here. We got some rot going on. Not terrible. What's inside the box look like? Not bad yet. Pretty solid, nice spring doors. These are much better than the gas shocks in my opinion. Very solid body. All the shelves are missing, of course. Hydraulic outriggers. Nice work bumper, but the real star of the show is that crane. That's a nice size crane. As always with the dead and dying, we don't know what's wrong with it. Let's hit the key and see if anything happens. In response to the key?
No.
Nope, she's dead as a doornail, eh? Can't even see the mileage because the battery's completely shot. The seat, well, that's just been fixed right up properly with duct tape. Ready for a new owner. We'll see what it goes for. I mean, that crane's really what I'd be buying here, and the service body's I guess a few bucks. The truck is actually the least valuable part of this thing to me. And look at what we got here, guys. I did it once. We could do it again. And this one looks like a lot more of a project than the one I bought for $700 though. She's pretty rough, but the crane actually appears nicer if not taken apart. But the salt has really ate her up. What's this thing have for an engine? If it's got a Cummins, it's worth looking at. But if it doesn't, we're not interested. Oh, it's a diesel. I made the mistake on the last one. Bought a gas job. Are you familiar with that video? I bought one of these sight unseen and ended up having a 429 gas job in it. That was an oops moment. But I only paid $700 for the last one, and it was actually in better shape than this one. All kind of goodies at the auction. Now I don't know why, but ever since I worked on a job that we had these things in a plant, I've always wanted one of these. Oh, that's your style right there, Muck. You're a tractor guy. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Look at the baby little wheels on it.
Yeah.
What's this, 12 horsepower?
Yeah, probably.
Same engine as my light plant by the sounds of it. Mass excavation right there. The bucket's got a nice little contour in it so you can dig water troughs, I think. That's going to bring more money than it should.
Oh, so handy.
It is handy, yeah.
But people say, you know, oh, yeah, but you know, it's got a small.
I missed this little case on the way in here. This is about the size machine that I'd like to get. This is an 80C. Seems to be in decent condition. The rubber on the tracks is pretty well torn up. Now the pins on the tracks feel pretty good. Cheapo thumb on there already. Cab's in decent shape. Lots of room in here. Wow. Runs really good. Fired right up. 3,500 hours. Not bad at all. Tell you what, that's actually a nice machine. So, nice little machine, 3,500 hours, thumb, quick connect. I'm gonna say it's gonna go for about 42. It's a little dinged up on this side. It's got into something, or something's rubbed on it. Got another gem of a crane here. Old link belt truck crane. They've went through the trouble of repainting it, and I think that's going to be for naught. I don't think they're going to get much more money out of it for that. I guess it's been repainted a few years ago because there's some rust showing up on it already. That looks interesting there. Let's jump up here and see if this thing's going to fire up. That's a lot of knobs and levers. Is it going to start? I have my doubts. Well, there's some sort of battery juice because the meter's moved a little bit. Nope, not enough juice. It cranked about a half a revolution. 1,700 hours on the clock. I have no idea what kind of engine's in it. Not a bad little crane though. Detroit, that's what I figured. 53 series, looks like a 453 Detroit. Interesting. Might be worth keeping an eye on this thing. Oh, I'm excited, guys. The auction is over and we won some stuff. Normally, I like to babysit that auction, kind of watch it all go live, and that way you can bid on the in-person items. Well, they're not in-person anymore. What used to be the in-person items. So the auction is broken up into live auction and timed auction. The timed auctions, you know, they're just on a timer and they trickle out, and when they're done, they're done. And that's actually how I end up getting the bulk of the stuff that I win. The bigger, more expensive pieces are usually in the live auctions, and I don't buy as much stuff from that side of things. It's just not where the deals are, in my opinion, unless you're looking for really big high-ticket items to use or flip. But anyways, I didn't get the chance to really watch the auction like I wanted to because I was actually down in Louisville, Kentucky for the Utility Equipment Expo. Volvo had us down there for the meet and greet. So if you're one of the people that came out to see us, shake hands and say hi, well, thanks for coming out. Hope to see the rest of you at a future event. So the auction happened while I was down there during the show, so I really couldn't watch it like I wanted to. I put a priority bid on a number of things, trying to get those because I couldn't watch the auction, and I didn't get any of them, unfortunately. So I didn't get any of the priority bid stuff, but I did wind up buying, 13 items on the timed auction. So you guys start dropping your comments down below. Let me know what you think I ended up scoring in the timed auction. I'm gonna get in the truck and we're gonna go start picking up some of these items. I'll see you at the auction, show you what we got. Well, we made it back out to the sale here, and we're here to pick up something. Something that I don't think I even covered in this video. I have covered it in videos of the auction past, but if you watch Muck's video of our auction perusing, we did check it out, and it wouldn't run. Now, I remember when this unit came in here several sales ago, it did run. So I'm hoping that we can do some tinkering and get this thing to fire up and drive it on the trailer. That would be ideal. She's a little rough, but for what, 1,200 bucks? 1,100 bucks, I think? No, I think I got it for 1,100. I think I did pretty good on it because I know it will run. And the guy in the office just now even told me that they drove it in here. It just doesn't have any brakes, to which I replied, you don't need any brakes on your army truck. She's a peach, let me tell you. I see a wasp nest up there. We need to watch that. The door's shut pretty nice. The glass is busted. Fuel tank's dinged in. This fifth wheel plate, I mean, it could be a nice one. I don't know. Still got paint down here, so it's liable to be low hour. They welded it straight onto that plate though, so ugh. Welded it to the frame. Yeah, I don't know about all that. It's not really how you're supposed to attach a fifth wheel. Angry bug. Get out of here, wasp. I just noticed it's a fiberglass top and not a metal one like the other 1.5 deuce that I have. That's interesting. Anyway, let's see if this thing's gonna run. Well, here's the deal. We could play around here all day trying to get this thing cranked up, but really just kind of wasting time, and not to mention probably not doing any favors trying to get it running with ether. So I'm gonna throw in the towel for now, and get the auction guy to come bring the loader down here and shove this thing up on the trailer for me. So we're out here getting loaded up at the auction, and I've been wanting to show you guys this thing for a while. I used to always carry my big Yeti cooler in the bed of the truck and constantly be buying ice and stuff. And I got this awesome refrigerator slash freezer thing now that runs off the truck, and I don't ever have to buy ice anymore. As you can tell, I kind of just like live out of my truck, so this thing's great. Got all my Gatorade, usually some water in here. I just ran out of water, but this thing's awesome. I think it goes down to like -6 or something. But you can divide it too. I have a divider at home that runs down the center there. Make one side a fridge and one side a freezer and keep them separated out, or whatever you want to do. But the thing works great. It doesn't use up any battery really whatsoever, but I drive the truck every day. Got these nice big hefty latches, which I like too, keeps it shut well. It's rated to be out in the elements, and I want to put it in the bed. I just don't have a power port yet, but it's gonna live right here one of these days. Just need to get on it. But yeah, that thing's cool. I'll put a link down in the description. Oh, what a beauty. We're over here in the land of containers. And you might think, well, Matt, you bought a container. Which one did you buy? I'd like to say all of them, but realistically, I only got 11. Almost all these green ones that were in here at the sale. And what these were, I don't remember if we covered these in the preview or not, but these were bathrooms on like gas well pads. So they've got some modifications here. I'm not sure what everything is. I guess I should start checking the lot numbers and seeing which ones are ours and what kind of condition they're in. Basically, I bought them for less than what containers normally go for, and I think most of them have like these skid runners built under them, which, you know, that's good I-beams. Those things are awesome for a lot of different things. So we got that going for us. And then inside of the containers, each one has been spray foam insulated, and that is not cheap. There's electricity already run through them and a bunch of outlets and things, and you've got two, not one, but two 2,000 gallon tanks, I believe, in every single one of the boxes that I bought. Yeah, there we go. Those are some big tanks. Unfortunately, one, if not both tanks in some of these units were septic tanks. So that'll be fun to get rid of those. I'm sure somebody will buy them if they're cheap enough. The floors are rotted in some of them I saw in pictures. They're not in the best shape, but I've got a big project coming up that I think I could use a few of these on. So I'm going to keep some of them for the big project, top secret until further notice. And the rest of the ones that I don't need, I believe I have already sold. So we just got to haul out the ones that we want, and I think the people that are buying the other ones are going to come get the rest directly, so I don't have to haul them. Oh, here we go. This is one of the boxes that we bought. See, it's got some quick disconnects on the back there for pumping out the sludge, I imagine. I believe if we open these doors, we'll just be looking at a wall of tanks. Yeah, residential domestic sewage, baby. That's what I like to buy at the auction. Whew, it is musty in here, to say the least. Lovely. So we've got some rotten floor panels, not the end of the world. Like I said, we're up on these big I-beams. These I-beams are worth quite a bit of money as it is. I actually need these, and I just thought about this as I'm talking to you guys. I'm going to need a bunch of these beams for the columns to support the crane in the new shop. These are going to be perfect. There's 3 on each of these boxes. I only need 8 for the whole system, so I think we're good. I'm going to have plenty. This is going to be awesome. So here's one of those other styles that we bought. Got a bunch of power outlets already put into here before they spray foamed it. Big tanks in here. This is open cell foam in this one, and man, does it suck up the sound. You could have a recording studio in this thing. So I believe this one should have a bathroom at the end of it. Yes. Why they chose to use wooden doors, I don't know. There we go. Looks like we got a roached out nightclub bathroom on this end of the unit. Busted toilet. This just basically all gets demoed out of here. This is all junk. Breaker panel. I might have a use for one of these. We'll see which ones are good. Looks like we got all 3 of these. What's behind door number 5? Oh, this one's in much better shape. Nice metal door on this one. Doesn't look like it's been sitting abandoned in a field for 20 years. Looks like you could pretty much hook this one up and put it back to work after a good scrub. Not bad. We'll call this one good condition. That's what I'm doing as I'm talking to you guys. So as I'm talking to you guys, I'm going through all the lot numbers of the units we bought here, categorizing them on my phone so I know what to charge people and which ones I want to keep. What's behind this door? Tank access. A sewer, B sewer. Lovely. I think the humidity got to this one a bit. Wowzers. This one's insulated differently. It's not spray foam, so that's a bit disappointing. We got some serious pumps going on back there. I'm betting those are both junk. So we got our army truck. We got 11 20-foot shipping containers. And the last thing we managed to snag, the Grove crane. Check this bad boy out. It's got a flat tire today that it didn't have when I looked at it the other day with muck, but not too big a deal. I paid $3,500 for this thing. And it's a little old. It is missing the main crane block too. You see, this is just a secondary block. There's 2 winch lines on this machine. Same with this one over here. I should have bought this one too. This one only sold for $4,000. But see, we're missing one of these. That's going to be an expensive part to come by, I do believe. Oh, look at that. They got that cable just duct taped in there. That's scary. So we're missing a headache ball, but other than that, she's cherry. I'm excited. I haven't heard this thing run. I barely looked at it, but for $3,500 couldn't go wrong. So it's got a DT 466 and the carrier on the bottom here, and a 453 or 471, I don't remember. Yeah, 453 up top. So I'm excited about the Grove crane. But this is going to be a video all to itself. So if you guys want to see us get this thing fired up and hopefully drive it all the way home, I think it's like 7 or 8 miles. From what I can find online, this thing weighs about 70,000 pounds, and it's only powered by a little DT466, which is a great engine, but not a ton of power for tearing up the road. So yeah, that'll be a fun video unto itself. Look for that one to come out here shortly. Container number 2 coming in. All right, well, mission accomplished. We have the last sea can that I'm going to be hauling loaded. There are 2 more over here that I currently own, but one of my buddies is coming later today to get those. I already sold them off. Domestic sewage. Well, I got the last box that I think I'm going to haul in here. I'm hauling in here. All the boxes are going to need to come through here to get stripped because I'm not selling the tanks with the boxes. But this one is sold to a buddy of mine. So I'm going to yank the tanks out right now and then I'm going to deliver it for him. I'm making money off this deal just in extension cords. I think every container has like 3 or 4 of these nice, heavy, industrial grade extension cords in it. So far, all these tanks have been emptied and none of the lines have had any leftover poo in them. But I'm just waiting and cringing. I feel like we're gonna find one sooner or later. I guess we need to climb in here now. There's several crossover lines up there we got to disconnect, but then we should be able to just shove the tank out. Had a little accident with that light fixture. That'll probably buff out. And the heaters unfortunately didn't make it. But we actually have an open container now, which is nice. This is the wall into the bathroom, of course. I'm not going to do it, but the people buying these things are going to probably just cut those out of there with a Sawzall and be done. I assume this is the light switch that, well, used to work those lights. Lots of outlets to be had, though, and very well insulated containers. So I think for what I'm selling these for, people are getting pretty darn good buy. Well, guys, it was a little bit of an expensive day at the auction, but I think we got some really good deals on stuff. I've actually got most of the shipping containers actually already spoken for, and a couple even delivered already. For you guys, it means we got some cool videos coming up. We've got hauling back that crane from the auction. We've got the Army truck, and the Army truck does not currently run. It always seems like I end up purchasing things at the auction that I didn't even really look at hardly at all prior. So this will be interesting when we try to get the Army truck going, and same thing for that crane. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss videos coming out on those very quickly here. But I guess that's about all we got for today. So if you like the video, as always, please do me that favor, hit that thumbs up button down below. It really helps out the channel. It doesn't take but just a teeniest little second of your time to hit that button. If you'd like to help out the channel in a little more direct way, head on over to the store, dieselcreek.com. Link is down in the description. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies. It's coming into cold season. Everybody needs a good winter hoodie. We've got all that you need over there at the store. That's dieselcreek.com. Link is down in the description. But until the next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.